Hello, my name is Iifan, and I'm from Taipei. I'm a new media artist, mainly focused on the moving image production. And I'm showing two artwork in the ICC show. One is called How Do You Turn This On? It's from 2019. Another one is called What is Your Favorite Primitive? It's from last year, 2023. And both of this film was focusing on the relationship about human and technology, especially on the moving image making technology, like animation software and some of the politics behind this kind of software. Yes. And these two films kind of like start from the background, like I came from animation background, but I really hate keyframing. Keyframing is a really like slow way to produce animation. So back in 2019, I was thinking like maybe I can find another way to produce like moving image, moving character. So I started to dig into the game engine called Unreal Engine. So I built a lot of like toolkit inside this game engine. So in the film, you will see like some kind of like a puppet system, like controlling the puppet inside the film. It's actually like me building a puppet system inside the game engine. So by using this system, I can manipulate the doll in a really intuitive way, like randomly controlling the puppet and recording the dialogue. Yes. And I think both film really focusing on the, like I mentioned, the relationship between human and the technology. So there are a lot of history about how human controlling the digital figure in the game industry or in the animation industry. But I really like half a fake and half truth. So some of the information was truth and some of the information was like I make it up. So it was kind of fun to watch. Yeah, sometimes I think my film was, people say it is a film, but it went wrong, like a really bad is a film. So it's funny and people are continuous thinking if what they saw is true or false. The whole experience started with How Do You Turn This On, the first film, and it was shown in a gallery, and it was kind of like the first attempt I tried to make a software tool which I can manipulate a doll. So the main topic was like how to, as an artist, how I control the body of a digital figure. So it's a lot of like history about how sci-fi film recognize digital body. So I think the first film was more focusing on the digital human itself, like how digital human was constructed and the topology of digital human. And it also has some like relationship with the porn industry. And after the first film was finished, I would still feel like I can make a sequel, like another film about this kind of topic. So I dig into another film. And I would say like the second film was more focusing on the political behind the software industry. Because in the first film, I somehow feel like I'm, how to say, a little bit like a god of the environment. I can do whatever I want in this digital software. I can do whatever I want if I can have the capability to code the software. But in the second film, I started to realize like all the software industry was like have their own business model. And especially when the AI, artificial intelligence software start to have this kind of tool, and you can't buy a software anymore. You have to rent it from the company. So I think in the second film, I have more discussion about this kind of strange relationship, like the power of artists to actually rent from the software industry. Yeah, and start from this point, I start to like dig into like different topic about this kind of strange relationship. Also, like in the communication software, we use a lot of, how to say, emoji or something. In Taiwan, you have to pay for this kind of emoji. So I also think like this kind of relationship is really fun because it seems like you pay more and you have more expression of yourself. And also like same in the animation software, it's like you have to rent the software so you can express yourself. Yeah, so I'll say like the second film has this kind of topic more, yes. So the reason I dig into 3D animation, I think is like also around 2019, and at that time start to realize like 3D rendering became really faster and faster, because in the old days it takes like really long time to render an animation. So animation was used to be like really slow and should be really precise, because every decision takes a long time to render, so you have to be really precise. And back in 2019, I started to realize like rendering became more and more faster, and it can be a really intuitive medium, because the artists can do whatever they want and they render directly, they see the result in real time. So that's the reason I started to use a 3D medium, because it's become really cheap and really fast. And also, I like to talk about a character inside the film, because the character actually looks a little bit similar like me, and I always consider it like an avatar of me. So the film is kind of like one-man army. I do the direction, I do the voice acting, and also manipulating the doll by myself. So for me, I was kind of find a really like comfortable way to produce a film all by myself, in a really quick and really fast-forward way. Yes. And I like to talk like really strange in the vocal. It was really strange. I tried not to move my tongue, because the tone of character doesn't move. So I try to like match the movement of the characters. I talk without moving my tongue. Some people ask me about the question. Yeah. So I would say like my two film was mostly focusing on the instrumentality of the moving images, like the tool of moving image making software, really focusing on the tool itself. So there's something like I can't avoid to discuss with the artificial intelligence, because it's something like really big. This topic was becoming bigger. Yeah, so I'm now like planning to make my third film, have more discussion about how AI generates image, and by discussing about like AI, how AI generates image, I want to rethink about like the position of human beings. So the third film might have a lot of topic about like AI and regulation about AI, because I think regulation is something that was really fascinating about, like how law was like restricting the human freedom or something. Yeah, I think that will be my next project.